Right, pretty excited today because, as you may know, I had my van kitted out, so I've got the boys down from City Lock and Safe to do something a little bit special for my van.
Now, one thing that really worries me is the locks on my van, and today we've got James, Terry and my mate Schwabe to talk a little bit about van security.
Cheers for coming down. I was going to say thanks for the big journey, but he's only from Stockport near me, which is why we obviously give them a call to get us in. Now, you've got a bit of a plan for my van, haven't you?
So yeah, well, basically we're upping the security. Obviously a lot of vans are again breaking into. You've kitted out your van, so we're going to add deadlocks, plates, loom guards, and all the way around really.
If we've got a lock on our van, why do we need to add more locks?
Because they've found an easy attack point, so they'll pierce one little hole, and the van will pop open. So we just add security, cover where they're attacking currently, and we upgrade it and add secondary locks across right around the van. So
amazing. Now, I know I've got a bit OTT, as I do with all of my life, but if you don't have a massive budget, in my head I'm thinking thousands and thousands of pounds to like get this. Is it to add just a basic security that gives you that extra layer of protection? What we're looking at?
So it's not too bad. I mean, you're probably looking around £200 to add a deadlock to a door.
Oh wow!
And then obviously you add the side door as well. Both attack points are there. So
yeah, the side is kind of the most common at the minute. It's where they're kind of getting into. Right, so let's crack on and get my van extra safe.
Now, if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't keep a lot of tools in my van just for safety reasons. They're always getting broken into. But what these locks do is just give me that little bit peace of mind.
You put locks up here and down here.
Yes. We're also going to be putting plating around this area, which is the prime point for vehicles being broken into. They will either punch them with a screwdriver, with a chisel to a prime point to manipulate the original locking mechanism on the vehicle. Obviously we're adding extra to that. We're also going to plate around here as well, so protecting that area.
Who has got time to find out where a weak point is on a van? Obviously the criminals have more time than their hands than us, but like when you think of what they're going to, the lengths they're going to now to get into a vehicle, it is ridiculous.
I mean, it does happen through the history of all kind of locksmithing and locks. There'll always be some kind of weak points that is discovered as it goes along. And the lock's already mass produced. There's thousands of them out there. So it's too late to do anything about it at that point. But yeah, secondary security, adding multiple security, is obviously slowing them down. And
that's the thing, because if your van is outside, now I'm not telling you to go out and absolutely leather someone. What I do and what you do might be different. However, as soon as someone normally turns a light on in a house or someone shouts out a window, normally they'll scrap her off normally. So by the time they've tried to get through one lock, then they've got to get through another lock to get it open. Then they've also got to get through the plate. So if you're adding 10 minutes to 20 minutes on per lock, I don't know if that's a viable number or not, I'm just thinking in my head. By that time, someone's probably seen them and they've scarpered and then they've not got in the van. So that's the main point. I know it does prevent them from getting in, but the deterrent of seeing it on someone's van, when you see a lock there and a lock there, and then you've got a plate here, there and everywhere, they think he's protecting that van, so we're going to kind of not bother. Hopefully that's, fingers crossed, that's what happens. Right, I'm going to let these boys crack on. We'll see you at the end.
And now it's time to catch up with my mate Schwabe.
Tell people why you're famous.
I'm not famous at all.
He is. He did a massive campaign about your vans getting broken into, because it is horrendous. You know the stats on it actually, don't you? How many vans get broken into a year? What is it?
48,000 now.
Shut up. 48,000?
Yeah. So if you have a look at the locks that they've put on there, mate, it's brilliant.
Oh, so how many? So this has got two locks. So every door's got a lock.
Every door's got a lock, but that's a normal hook lock pretty much to get into. But they usually, peel the door, so it's got anti-peel plates here. It's got the locks here which go the other way around, so you can't.
Oh, so it's got two forms in it.
Yeah.
I know this is controversial, but do you think that they should do this from the start rather than have it as an added extra?
They should do it from the start, but the thing is, the problem, these vans are in every country, think about it.
Yeah.
The problem that we have is different
to what other people have.
Exactly, so.
Yeah. And how much would this cost to get this set up done?
To be honest with you, they all vary in prices, so they could vary. That could be about £70 to £80 to £100 a lock.
All right, okay.
Van, the model you go for.
Sweet. So if you don't want to get your van broken into, because it is a bit of a deterrent really as well.
It is, yeah. I mean, if you look at the vans here, that's got so many locks on it, they'll probably go for one that hasn't got any locks on it.
Yeah. I know, yeah.
Target. Just puts them off, really.
Now it's time to get back to my van. Let's see how the boys are getting up to. But before we get into that, 75% of you that watched the previous video did not tap that subscribe button. Yes, I'm a little bit disgusted just like you. Make sure you do tap it, because without tapping it, I know I've said tap it a lot, you are not eligible for us to come and landscape your garden for free. Right, let's see how they've got on.
Right, so you've been busy round this side, while me and James have been doing all the work around that side. More James than me. So you've added, again, I'm assuming because it's probably one of the most common things, the doors get peeled back on them all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
And you've added some sort of kind of orange mechanism here. Is that to prevent that from happening?
Yeah, there is one there to start with by the manufacturer, but it's very, very minimal.
Yeah.
So this is much more bulkier
that feels
and
solid.
Stronger. I've also put 2 deadlocks on.
Yeah. And I'm assuming this is the same as like James's side round the back.
Yeah.
This is the most common place where people bust in.
Yeah, this is the favourite side rather than the back door, so that's the most important.
Yep. Now, as always, I always tell you how much things cost. This was 1,300 quid. That's for the 2 locks, the protective gear here, the peel thing on the back, that's what we're going to call it, the peel thing, and then pretty much what this is round the back. And then also we have got 2 of the what they called again? Loom guards at the front. So I have gone a bit OTT. However, I actually don't leave anything in my van at night, but if I was to, then it just gives you that added layer of protection. Now I will put these guys, City Lock and Safe, I'll put them in the description below. Now you're in Stockport, aren't you? So it's 20 minutes from here. So definitely drop a message in the local area. How far do you travel for the people that are watching this?
As far as someone will want to pay.
Yeah.
Basically.
It, yeah.
But we cover the Greater Manchester area.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Right, awesome. Right, time to get back to work.